Hi guys, I believe that it was an American who came up with the term, "there's no such thing as a free lunch." So it was interesting to hear the CEO of the technology firm Palantir try to explain to Victoria Derbyshire how his company is giving away a number of software tools for free to the NHS. The company boss ignores the question put to him that by providing the software for free, it puts him in a position where he can later charge the NHS an arm and a leg for it, or in the future monetize the data collected from those tools. This is just one type of privatization of the NHS that we're seeing and going to see more of. Have a listen.
We will give it to you for free and you can test it. By the way, it's the other thing I would say. We're giving you the single most successful enterprise product in America, the most difficult place to win in.
Okay.
So,
well, just so we make it clear for our audience, your company charged the NHS just £1 in 2020 to develop its COVID data store, which holds personal information on patients around diagnosis, treatment, etc. You then gave the government for free an IT system.
By the way, what's the problem with that?
Well, let me get to the end of the question, if I may. You then gave the government for free an IT system to help with its Homes for Ukraine scheme. The government's procurement watchdog wrote to you about his concerns about how you gained a commercial foothold. He's concerned.
Just let me explain something that's more towards America.
Well,
we have a problem in America in government that a lot of the software doesn't work. And so they're basically attacking us for saying, I know our software works. Most of the software that these entities use, as everybody in the NHS knows, is not working. So I want to prove to whether it's the United Kingdom's government or it's my massive business in American commercial, if I show up to you as a smart person and say, my software's so good, I'm going to charge you $10 million. You're like, well, if it's so good, why can't I try it? So it's because that's what every smart person's going to say. I've been all over the world over 20 years. I spend most
But isn't it also true, Mr. Cox, sorry to interrupt, isn't it also true, it then puts you in pole position for a really lucrative contract like this one with the NHS?
Everybody in the world who's in this business should do the same thing. One of the things.
But do you accept it puts you in pole position?
I use this way of going to market because I believe most software products don't work. It only puts us in an advantageous position because everybody who doesn't like it, by and large, does not believe their product works, or they would do the same thing.
What a pile of bull crap. So what he's obviously trying to do here is, here NHS, I'm going to give you a tool for free. We know that you're struggling at the moment. We know that you have been underfunded, for example, by the Tories over the last 13 years, and you're struggling with both software and funding. Don't worry, we will provide you this tool for free. And don't worry, it will be free. It will always be free until it's not free. So they are in a position where they have their hands on the NHS tools. They are providing more and more tools. They're integrating themselves into the NHS, which makes it extremely difficult to get rid of them. And then they're free to jack up the price. Because then they start saying, well, if you want to hold on to your data, then you need to pay us. Or if you want an upgrade, which the software requires, you'll need to pay. This is how it works. We've seen it for decades. Now, it would be better, actually, in a case where a software company comes along and says, we're going to charge you £10 million for this software, because at least you'd know the price. Here, you don't know the price. You're being told it's free, but you don't know what it's going to be in the future. But the bigger question, of course, is what did they do with this data? Data now is king. Data is worth more than the software itself. Because you can use that data, you can monetize it. You can develop new tools with it. You can charge more for other tools based on the data that you have collected. And you can also sell that data off to third parties. Of course, this will be denied by these companies, but we won't actually see the contracts because they will be secret from the public when it comes to, for example, contracts between some of these private companies and government departments. And the Tories are not interested in providing transparency here. I'm not talking about political parties receiving donations here. This is a different type of corruption. This is a company saying to the NHS that they know is struggling at the moment, we're going to give you these tools for free. and then later they're in a position where there is no opposition. They have a monopoly over the services, but they are so embedded in the system that it's almost impossible to get rid of them. This is extremely worrying, and it needs to be called out. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.